Well, thank you, and I'd like to thank you all for taking the time to be able to join us this evening. I'd like to thank Alamosa State University and the Alamosa State University Veterans Club for being able to bring this together. This is an important time. I'd like to be able to say hi to Sal. Pleasure to be able to be here with you this evening. And would like to recognize that honor tonight to be able to have my wife of 29 years, Jean, and my daughter Elizabeth here. We're proud to have you here. Travel to the 3rd Congressional District of Colorado. We've held 46 town hall meetings throughout this district. We've had a recurring theme that has come back from all of those town hall meetings. I'm listening to constituents who are concerned about the heavy hand of government that is impeding their ability to be able to lead their lives, to be able to provide for their families, to be able to grow their business, to be able to live that American dream. As your congressman, I've taken our common sense Colorado values back to Washington. When the National Forest Service proposed what I viewed as a taking, when it came to a regulatory process regarding Colorado water, we fought back against that rule and held it. When I, in my position as chairman of the Small Business Committee overseeing agriculture, heard about the Department of Labor rule that was going to make the statement through this rule that our children could not work on the family farm, we fought back. They held that rule and pulled it now for the balance of the year. I, with other colleagues, stood up to make sure that our potatoes are still going to be on the school lunch menu as a healthy vegetable choice. Just good common sense. But we've also heard from this 3rd Congressional District as well about people that are concerned about the challenges that we are facing as Americans. I've put forward bills and passed them with bipartisan support through the House of Representatives to be able to create jobs, to be able to get Americans back to work, to be able to create American energy certainty, to be able to protect what we love best and most about the state of Colorado. But as Americans, we all well know, we continue to face that crushing burden of federal debt, a $15.8 trillion debt. Going through the 3rd District, people are expressing concerns about the impacts of the President's health care plan, about access to capital through a small business, about being able to address those real concerns that are inhibiting this country from getting the economy moving and our people back to work. We're putting forward ideas. We've passed legislation. I look forward to this conversation with my opponent, to be able to hear what his ideas are to address this great American challenge. Thank you, and appreciate you all being here.
Give me just a minute. I forgot to explain the time rules. With 15 seconds left in the time limit, I will tap 3 times on the table, and when time's up, you'll hear time. All right. Thank you, Mr. Bates.
Thank you to Adams State. Thank you to the Adams State veterans. Thank you to Keith and the Valley Courier for moderating this event. I think the primary topic, veterans issues, is such an important issue. If you look at veterans who today have twice the unemployment of non-veterans of the same age group, clearly they need a strong voice in Washington. For 6 years, this district had a San Luis Valley native, a veteran, and Adams State alumnus as its congressman. And I want to take a second and introduce John Salazar's wife, Mary Lou, and thank Mary Lou and John for their 6 years of service to this valley. I'm the son of a mechanic, the youngest of 9 kids. In our household, we have 3 kids, and of course, me and my wife in a small 2-bedroom home. That's my wife over there, Marlene, who makes it possible. She's joined by Wyatt and Carlo. Alana did not follow the instructions to cry during Congressman Tipton's speech, but with food prices, gas prices, and all the bills that we have to pay, at the end of every month, we find it hard to save money. And it just feels sometimes that people like you and I don't always have a voice in Washington. When you think about all the pain and suffering that's going on in this terrible economy, people who have faced bankruptcy, people who have faced foreclosure, it's frustrating that Washington is broken by gridlock and partisanship. In my own family, my aunt had a stroke a little more than a year ago, and because of her medical bills, lost everything she ever owned. She lost her home, she lost her life savings, and then in March, she lost her life. This is not a promise that this country is founded on, a promise that if you work hard, you play by the rules, you can retire in dignity, you can put your kids through college. And to make matters worse, we have a Congress that is broken by gridlock, partisanship, 10-second sound bites. Yet there are so many solutions we agree on. We agree that we have to focus on small businesses and small business tax breaks. We have to pass a farm bill. We have to reinvest in renewable energy. The 3rd district right now has the highest unemployment of the entire state. And veterans have inexcusable unemployment. It feels like veterans don't have a voice. It feels like we don't have a voice. And it's time that we have to bring a voice back for people like you and I. Thank you.